from the GDTD studios in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it's Walt Quizney. And now, here's your host, Patrick Kozicki.
Welcome, Tweedle-Dees all to Walt Quizney, the Disney quiz show that makes you question all of your life decisions that led you to here. I will be your host for the day, Patrick Bodacious Kozicki. Now, let's meet our very first contestant, Andy, totally tubular Heath. Andy, welcome to the show.
And thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Absolutely. We always welcome someone else to the podcast because we are sick of each other. So, Andy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? Based on your accent, you're clearly from Boston. Is that correct?
That's right. Yes, from Boston originally, and raised in Montana, as you can tell. No. I'm from Jersey, actually, but the original Jersey, a little tiny island just off the coast of France. So I was born there, and I now live in Brighton, which is just south of London. And I love Disney. It's it's just a passion for me. I'm a puppeteer, so I'm a performer, and I'm just a regular kind of nerdy idiot, really. So yeah.
You fit in very well with Adam and I, then. You fit in very well. So let's get a little bit of Disney history from you, Andy. Just your Disney. Give us a Disney lesson of you. Have you always been a Disney fan? Are you a newer Disney fan? You said you're a puppeteer, so maybe that was your entrance into Disneydom?
Oh gosh, yes. So, actually, it was more the Muppets that I swayed to as a kid. But certainly it was a split between them and Disney. So I just, as we all are, just gripped by the magic and the escapism and the fantasy of everything. And I was a keen drawer as well, so I liked to do art, and yeah, it was encouraged. Like, people at school just encouraged it. My art teacher was fantastic and said, she got me loads of breakdown art sheets for cartoon characters from artists and animators she knew, and it just kept going. So, I think it just goes with the gay thing as well, doesn't it? You just love Disney. It's just in the genes. I guess the first film I saw was probably Fox and the Hound, I think, at the cinema. That's the first one at the cinema. And then after that, you just couldn't keep me away. So any excuse to get Disney into something or to draw Mickey Mouse doing something or whatever. And I was there. So I loved it.
I love it. Do you have a favorite Disney movie currently? I assume it changes as it does with most of us, but what's your current favorite Disney movie?
Gosh, I think of the recent ones, I really loved Zootopia. Zootopia really, because my favorite of the original sort of era of films was Robin Hood. I love Robin Hood. It's one of the funniest voice casts, and the script is great. So I think Zootopia visually really nods back to all those characters. It's just beautiful. It's just, the idea of the anthropomorphic animals and stuff is just, they're just great characters. And I love watching the subtlety in animation, and there's a lot of subtle animation in that film as well. So it's just a joy. But also, I've just recently saw Onward, and that was great. Oh my God, I was bawling in the cinema at that one, and unsurprised by the ending and bawling my eyes out. So yeah, any of them, all of them and any of them.
That's fair. You could have said any movie, and I would have agreed with you. Do you have a favorite Disney song?
Oh, crikey. This is going to make me sound so gay. How Far I'll Go for Moana.
No, that makes you sound accurate.
Or You're Welcome. You're Welcome is awesome. I mean, all those songs in that film, they're a bit traditional and cliche in some ways, but they're just fantastic. They're the ones that I blast out in the car when I'm driving to work. So,
well, for the Tweedledees listening at home, Andy is also wearing a Polynesian shirt and drinking a Mai Tai, so it's no surprise he chose some Moana songs with Stitch on it. Well done. You've already won, Andy. We should just stop playing the game now. You're a winner. And then last but not least, the most important question of all, what's your favorite Disney treat in the parks?
Oh, that's good. Oh, gosh. Okay. I think, anything from the candy store on Main Street. Anything from there. The fudge on the candy store in Main Street, I think is. I haven't tried the peanut butter one yet. I know, right? I haven't even tried it. I don't know why. I used to hate peanut butter, and I've only recently fallen in love with it. So I think when we go back, I'll test that out. But yeah.
Adam just gave Andy a very shaming look about not having tried the peanut butter fudge. And I will agree. There are some wrong answers today, Andy, and that was one of them. So I would do better if I were you.
I'll watch my step. Yeah, I'll watch.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Andy. Now let's meet our second contestant for the day, Adam Chill Pill Hummel. Adam, how might our listeners at home know you?
Well, I'm very into macrame. I think a lot of people know me from the macrame circuit. I attend a lot of craft fairs where I sell my wares, mainly macrame plant holders, ringlets, wristlets. Are there any lits? I don't know. Macrame.
I like it. I like it. That's all we need to know about you, Adam. So thank you so much. Now, in case you forgot, we are here to play Walt Quizney, the quiz show that's all about, you guessed it, Disney trivia. And Andy, as our guest, you were given the distinct privilege of choosing today's theme, and you have wisely chosen Disney movies of the 80s. Tubular. Andy, are you feeling confident?
I'm suddenly really aware that I've chosen the wrong category. Yeah, no, I'm confident. I'm pretty confident. That was my childhood. That's when I grew up. That's when stuff stuck. So yeah, I'm totally going to nail this. Yeah.
I like it. I like your enthusiasm. Adam, are you feeling confident?
Yes and no. I mean, that's also when I grew up. I thought Andy was actually significantly older than me, so now I'm actually a little more nervous than I was.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm throwing shade at you, Andy. That's how a competition works. We can trash talk each other, and I am trash talking you, sir. No, I know several movies from the 80s. I'm certainly no Disney movie expert from the 80s, but you know what? I'm here to have fun, Patrick.
Well, fun fact, most of the movies from the 80s are live action, Adam, so you are doomed. You are doomed, sir.
What makes you think I haven't been doing homework this past week?
It's true. We are in COVID time, so all you have right now is watching Disney movies. So here's how we play Walt Quizney. You'll each be asked a series of questions until I've officially had it, and can't ask any more questions. Points will be awarded for each correct answer or as I see fit. The contestant with the most points will be today's winner and will go home with a Gaze Do the D mug. That's right, an official Gaze Do the D mug. You can use it for coffee, tea, or whiskey. Use it to throw a drink in someone's face or throw it against the wall in a quarantine meltdown. The options are endless. Andy, are you ready?
Ready.
Adam, are you serious with that shirt?
It's a sensible black polo, Patrick.
Now let's play Walt Quizney. Andy, we will start with you. Your first question, going all the way back to the year 1980, in the live-action musical Popeye, who played Popeye?
Oh, this is Disney stalwart. Robin Williams, of course.
That is correct. Well done, Andy. One of my favorite movies.
It's truly awful.
Agreed. It is terrible. It is truly terrible, yes.
Even Shelley Duvall isn't saving that one. It's pretty pants.
You're both wrong. You're both wrong, so you both have negative 87 points to start with. Adam, we are going on to your first question. Same movie. Now, I'm realizing that the name has already been said, so if you weren't listening, then that's your own fault. Who played Popeye's main gal? Olive Oil.
Oh, Shelley Duvall. I knew that anyway.
That is correct, but I am still docking 50 points from your score because you dissed the movie Popeye.
That's fair.
I think I shot myself in the foot there, really, didn't I, for mentioning that?
Yeah, you've insulted your host, so both of you are not going to win. No, you're not going to win. So, Andy, let's move on to your next question. In the 1989 classic animated movie, The Little Mermaid, Scuttle is known to give incorrect names to common items. What does he incorrectly call a fork?
Oh, pants. Hold on. Oh, I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. 1 second. It's going to be a dinglehopper.
A dinglehopper is the correct answer.
Yes, thank you very much.
Well done, Andy. Through the magic of editing, we will make it sound like you got that answer immediately, but it actually took you 25 minutes. Adam, moving on, same movie. The lovable Grimsby is voiced by Ben Wright. Ben Wright voiced another animated Disney character. Can you name that character?
I can, in fact, name that character. Little known fact, he actually voiced Belle.
That is absolutely incorrect. Couldn't be more wrong. The actual answer is Roger in 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, of course. And Belle.
Yes, they both had auburn hair, so I guess you're kind of correct.
Half a point.
Ooh, not so much. Not so much. That is another negative 50 points for Adam. We are moving on. Andy, your next question. I'm going to read you the description of a 1980s live-action Disney movie, omitting or changing one word, after which you will need to tell me the name of that movie. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Ted and Susan, spending 6 months in Kenya with scientist parents, adopt an animal, only to realize that they must set her loose so that she can be free in the wild. However, the animal is captured by poachers. Ted and Susan, together with their friend Morogo, a young African goat herder they befriended, head off into the wild to rescue her. Can you name that movie?
Gosh. You changed one word.
I did. I changed one word.
Right, okay.
I'll give you a hint, Andy. I'll give you a hint. I changed the word, the original word, to an animal.
Okay. I've got nothing. My brain is jelly with this one. Nothing at all.
The name of that movie might be the name of an animal.
Woodpecker. How about that?
Widely known in Kenya, the woodpecker is unfortunately not the correct answer. We were looking for Cheetah, the movie Cheetah.
Is that a film about Tarzan's buddy? What? I've never heard of this.
I literally just read you the description, so that's what the movie's about. But it is the classic movie Cheetah, starring a young Keith Coogan and Lucy Deakins.
I've never heard of this. Who are these people?
I'm still going to give you a point for that, Andy, because I'm still mad at Adam. Adam, your next question is a similar premise. I'll read you the description. You tell me the movie. Young Jim Cragg returns to his home in the Australian high country. He finds that things are not as he left them. His girlfriend is being pursued by another man, and her father doesn't want Jim back into her life. Name that movie.
Is it... Oh, I don't know if I have the title correct, but is it Return to Snowy River?
It is, in fact, Return to Snowy River. Adam, have you actually seen that movie, or did you just study?
I studied IMDb like a pro.
Adam, is IMDb pulled up right now on your computer?
Absolutely not, Patrick. How dare you?
Fun fact, I would have also accepted The Man from Snowy River 2, which was the original title of that movie.
That's very confusing.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry, but he knows no... I've listened to the podcast for over a year now. You know no live-action films. How can you know something like that one?
Listen, you chose the category, Andy. I just did the homework. I did what any sensible person would do. I looked back at the catalog. I watched some films, and here we are.
I made a drink, and I'm winging it. I'm just, what can I say?
An additional 2 points for Andy because of his delightful drink. All right. Moving on. Andy, your next question. The movie Something Wicked, This Way Comes was released in 1983. Andy, what's up with that movie?
Well, firstly, you need to be really high if you're going to watch it. That's the important thing. Otherwise, it makes no sense at all. And also, you need to have a couch to hide behind because it's a bit freaky and a little bit scary. I've got no idea. Clearly, someone was smoking something when they wrote that. It's all over there. Why do I think that has Bette Davis in? It doesn't have Bette Davis in. It should have Bette Davis in.
You're thinking of Watcher in the Woods, I believe.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of, yes.
But, Andy, fun fact, that is exactly the correct answer. I would have only accepted You Must Be High to watch this movie. So you elaborated, which gives you 2 points, Andy.
Awesome.
Adam, your next question. In Something Wicked, This Way Comes, Jonathan Pryce plays Mr. Dark. What is the name of his circus show?
I'm so glad you asked me this question. I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Pryce. I mean, Evita. Anyone? Evita?
Yeah, absolutely. He played Evita, of course.
He absolutely played Evita. He was stunning. I'm in no way trying to buy time by kind of stalling on the answer for this question, but the name of his show is actually, oddly enough, The Girly Show, and Madonna stole the title of her tour, The Girly Show, from Something Wicked, This Way Comes.
That is so close. It's very close. The actual name of his circus show was Mr. Dark's Pandemonium Carnival.
Yes, but also an addendum to that is : The Girly Show, and that's where I went with that.
Got it. Lying gets you nowhere on this show, Adam, and so that is another negative 50 points for you. Better luck next time.
Have either of you actually seen that film?
I have, yes.
I've never seen it.
It's bonkers. October's around the corner. I recommend watching it for October.
Not surprising at all. It's not on Disney+.
It's a little out there. I think even Disney Plus was like, we're not sure what this movie's about. So let's not put it in our catalog. A fun fact, the title comes from a line from a Macbeth line, by the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
Wow.
I wish that had been my question, because as a trained actor, Patrick, I would have landed that question.
Again, Adam, lying gets you nowhere. Let's check in with the score, shall we? Right now, we have Andy in the lead with 7 points. Who can say why? He did not answer 7 questions, but he does have 7 points. And Adam, you have 1.3 points. Who can say why?
So interesting. When we did this last time, the scoring seemed much more fair and accurate, but I guess whatever you want to do, Patrick, that's fine.
As the host, I make the rules. And Andy clearly makes the drinks.
Yes, you bet. I can knock up a good margarita as well if you fancy one.
If you can send it to my house by the time this episode ends, then I will gladly accept it.
No problem.
Andy, let's move on to your next question. We are in the bonus round where each answer could get you multiple points. Not so much for Adam, though. Andy, put these 4 1980s Disney movies in chronological order: The Fox and the Hound, Watcher in the Woods, Flight of the Navigator, Cheetah.
Oh.
Well, we know he's very familiar with Cheetah.
Yeah. Cheating, yes, definitely.
No, that's Adam cheating.
Let me just think. Okay, so I guess, oh dear. Okay, all right. Okay, so, all right. I have a wild guess. Here we go. I think it's going to be The Fox and the Hound, Watcher in the Woods, Cheetah, and what was the other one?
Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, and then Flight of the Navigator. I'll give that a stab in the dark. Go on. There you go.
Andy, that was absolutely incorrect.
It's probably backwards.
The correct answer is Watcher in the Woods, The Fox and the Hound, Flight of the Navigator, and Cheetah. Cheetah was made in 1989.
Wow, I was aware. I thought Cheetah was like, it sounds so old. It's just one of those films that sounds like it's forgotten in time. Okay, fair enough. What year was Watcher in the Woods?
Watcher in the Woods was made in 1980.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was 7 years old. That's why I can't remember that.
That is actually the correct answer. You were 7 years old, which gets you 2 additional points for being right.
I love this scoring. This is fantastic.
It is fantastic. Adam, speaking of fantastic, put these 4 1980s Disney movies in order. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The Fox and the Hound, The Devil and Max Devlin, Condor Man, and Dragon Slayer.
All right. I'm going to say... What were my choices again?
Oh, boy. The Fox and the Hound, The Devil and Max Devlin, Condor Man, Dragon Slayer.
The Devil and Max Devlin, Condor Man, Dragon Slayer, The Fox and the Hound.
You got one of those correct, Adam. Fun fact, all of these movies were made in 1981. Here is the chronological order in 1981. The Devil and Max Devlin, Dragon Slayer, The Fox and the Hound, and Condor Man.
So close.
You were very close. But you were not correct, which deduces 0.3 points, so now you only have 1 point.
I feel good about where I'm at.
You should. This is about where I expected you to be at this point in time. Andy, let's move on. Your next question. Director and writer Steven Lisberg named what 1980s Disney movie as a play on the word electronic?
Oh, right. Okay. This is fairly straightforward then. Tron.
That is absolutely correct. The movie Tron. Fun fact, typing out Tron is also a command for a debugging program.
Really?
In the 1980s, not currently.
All right.
Adam, your next question. The title of what 1980s Disney movie contains a grammatical error?
I'd just like to take a moment to file a complaint with the GDTD Games Board. I feel like I'm being asked significantly harder questions than Andy is receiving.
I mean, if you don't know grammar, then yes, this is a harder question. But if you are up to speed on English grammar, this should be a very easy question for you.
All right. What 1980s movie contains a grammatical error? Oh, God. I don't know.
For those listening at home, it has been 2 hours since I've asked this question, and Adam has yet to answer.
I will take as long as I need. I don't know. I'll say Flight of the Navigator. I don't know.
That is absolutely incorrect, Adam. The correct answer is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You would actually say Shrank or Honey, I Have Shrunk the Kids.
Surprising that was not top of mind for me.
Well, you do have a Disney podcast, Adam. This should always be top of mind for you.
Where did these questions come from?
Patrick's brain. They came from Patrick's brain. It's just a little inside look as to the malfunction of Patrick's brain. Andy, are you ready for your next question?
Sure, why not?
Why not is the right answer, actually. And for an additional point, Andy, what 1988 animated movie was based on a book by Charles Dickens?
1988 animated movie. I think I can't have been 88. No, that was older. That's older than 88. I'm just going to take a moment.
I'll give you a hint during that moment. Adam and I covered this movie in an episode of Gaze to the D.
Okay. I'm going to be so sorry now. Oh, I know. I've got it. Of course I've got it. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that him? I think I'm off here. I'm going to have a wild guess at the fabulous Bette Midler starring Oliver.
Can you give us the full name of that movie?
Oh yeah, I certainly can. Oliver and Company.
That is correct. Oliver and Company is, of course, based on Oliver Twist.
I was going to say, for a moment, Mickey's Christmas Carol, but of course that's not really a movie, is it? That's more and it's way older than 88.
That is an excellent point. So I'm going to give you another point for bringing up Mickey's Christmas Carol. Well done, you. Adam, similar question. The Black Cauldron is also based on a book. In fact, a series of books based in Welsh mythology. Who is the author of those books?
You.
That is not correct. Do you have another guess?
Oh, Patrick. Well, I mean, I don't want to offend the Welsh because if you listen to our Take to a Black Cauldron, you know I cannot pronounce Welsh names whatsoever. It's probably something like Chuck Johnson.
That is very close. That is very close, Adam. The actual answer is Lloyd Alexander. Lloyd Alexander. You would know that if you had hosted a podcast that covered this movie, but that clearly is not the case.
If you're asking me to retain the information we pass along to our listeners, you are asking far too much of me.
I would never ask that of you, Adam. I would never ask that of you. Andy, are you ready for your next question?
As I'll ever be, yes.
All right, this one should be right up your alley. In the 1985 drug trip of a movie Return to Oz, Dorothy meets a character in Mombi's castle who has a gourd for a head. Can you name that character?
Who has a gourd for a head? Okay.
Adam is currently flipping me off on Zoom.
Okay, I guess it's going to be yes. Oh right. Okay, this is Jack Pumpkinhead.
Jack Pumpkinhead is the correct answer.
Yay!
Do you remember who voiced Jack Pumpkinhead?
I do indeed. It's Mr. Brian Henson.
Well done indeed. An additional 10 points for Andy.
Yay! This game's fantastic. I want to play this every night. This is great.
Adam, I believe you also think this game is fantastic. Let's move on to your next question. This Walt Disney movie is not actually a Walt Disney produced movie, but rather a movie distributed in the United States by Walt Disney. Can you name that movie?
As soon as we finish this quiz, I will be taking applications for new co-hosts for Gays Do the D. This is ridiculous. I'd also like to point out that Andy's almost finished his drink. Okay, let's see. A movie that wasn't produced by Walt Disney, but just distributed by Walt Disney.
Exactly.
I'm going to say Popeye.
That is in no way the correct answer. The actual answer is Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, really?
Really, really, and truly. So the film's producers initially sent the project to Walt Disney Pictures in 1984, but the studio was unable to approve it, and it was sent on to Producers Sales Organization, which made a deal with Disney to distribute it in the United States. So it was shot partially in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and in Norway.
I love that movie. That's a great movie. They had the ship on the backlot for ages, didn't they? On the tour.
It is a great movie. I believe Sarah Jessica Parker's very first movie credit.
Should have been at last.
Oh, Andy, minus 10 points for Andy. The tables have turned.
I couldn't help but wonder, just how gay is Andy?
I mean, he's drinking a Mai Tai, so he's pretty gay. He's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Well done, gay. Andy. Andy, moving on to your next question. In the movie Tron, Jeff Bridges had to wear a dance belt because his bulge was too big in his bodysuit. Andy, that's kind of hot, right?
Sure, why not? I mean, I'd buy the VHS, I guess, and then replay it. I don't know. I guess it is. Is he hot? Yeah, he was hot in his day. I think I preferred Bruce Boxleitner. Is that his name? I think he was a bit less dad-like at the time. I guess.
That is the correct answer. It is kind of hot, but he was a bit less dad-like at the time. That's exactly what I wrote down. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Well done. Well done. Adam, also in the movie Tron, what is the name of the computer corporation that Jeff Bridges and his giant bulge try to hack?
Oh my God, Patrick. The sad thing is that I just watched Tron the other night, and I was expecting maybe questions about the inner workings of the computer world, but no, you went reality. And I think it's cybercompuserve.org.
Adam, that is clearly something you just made up off the top of your head. The real answer is ENCOM. ENCOM, ENCOM.
I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, you did not know that. Come on.
There's no way you can prove that. I believe Andy knew it, which gives him an additional 2 points. I would have also accepted MCP, Master Control Program.
Well, I would have said that wasn't the. Come on, that's not fair. That's the name of the big bad, the face, the glowing face that's like spinning inside the computer. Now you're just playing mind games. This is all gaslighting, America. I want everyone to know that I am playing this against my will, and I have been mistreated by my co-host.
I did not say it was the correct answer, but I would have accepted it because I am trying to throw you a line, but you have clearly set yourself back on fire. All right, my friends. All right, we've come to the final question. Just to recap the score, Andy has 20 points, and Adam still holds strong at 1 point.
I feel good about that. I thought it was going to be like -50, but thank you, I guess.
No, that's you're doing well. Anyone can still win as long as your name is Andy.
You know what? You can have one of my points if you want one.
Andy, I'm giving you an additional 5 points for generosity.
But do I get the 1 point that he gave me?
No, he keeps that one. So that's actually 6 points additional for Andy. Well done. Andy, are you ready for your last question?
Wow, that worked. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Andy, as you know, The Little Mermaid is a musical with many, many beloved songs. Andy, what is the first song that is sung in The Little Mermaid?
I'd help you, Andy, but I'm losing so badly.
This must have been like the first CD I brought of a Disney soundtrack. That makes me sound so old. I think I'm pretty sure it's Fathoms Below.
That is the correct answer. Well done, Andy. Well done. Fathoms Below, indeed. We were also introduced to Prince Eric, in which we all wanted to explore his Fathoms Below.
Yeah, he was. There's a thing for leather boots on a boat that's quite hot, isn't there? Yeah,
that's right. And then we also got to watch him work that flute later on in the movie. You know what I mean. Adam, are you ready for your final question?
I don't have a choice.
You don't. You have no choice. But here we go. Adam, as you know, Sebastian is the music conductor, specifically for the song Daughters of Triton. Adam, what is Sebastian's full name?
Patrick. There's no way I can get this right, but it's something like Sebastian Fellatio, Crustacean, Subasian, something Sebastian Esquire. It's a lot of rhyming and a lot of gibberish.
Adam, I'm going to give you 1 point for the use of the word fellatio, but that is absolutely incorrect. His full name is Horatio Felonius Ignatius Crustaceus Sebastian.
The next quiz is going to be so painful for you, Patrick.
Bring it on, Adam. But Andy, congratulations. You are the winner of Walt Quizney. How do you feel, Andy?
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. I feel fantastic. Thank you. I didn't do awful. They were tricky questions. Some of them were tricky questions.
You did amazing. You ended the game with 150,000 points. So well done.
Wow. That's more than I get on Scrabble. That's fantastic. Very pleased.
Well done, Andy. We will be sending you your Gaze Do the D mug as soon as we feel like it. Andy, you are a winner among winners, an inspiration to us all. Thank you for playing our ridiculous game and helping us fill an episode while I am out of town and too busy to care about this podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. You guys are fantastic. You light up my morning every Monday on my drive to work, and I was very honored to be part of it. Genuinely, thank you so much.
I might send you 2 mugs for that answer. And Adam, thank you for playing as well. This has been a real disaster. You have brought shame upon us and the gay community at large. What do you have to say for yourself?
It feels right. Par for the course in everything I do in my life. And I look forward to the next quiz, Patrick. I look forward to making you suffer.
I do like to cry. I do like to cry. Thank you to all of our Tweedle-Dees for listening in today. If you were playing at home, let us know how you did. Adam, your last chance at a correct answer. How can they contact us?
This one I know. You can reach out to us on social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at GDTD Podcast. Or you can send us an email or a voice memo to our email at info@gaysdothed.com.
That's absolutely right. Andy, you are the king of voice memos. Any last words before they turn the power off on us all?
Don't make videos while you're driving. It's really not safe.
I can't think of a better way to end this episode. I love it. I have been your host, Patrick Practically Perfect Kazuki. Remember, Tweedle-Dees, it's not about winning. It's about making your opponent cry. Have a wonderful day, everybody. That will do it for this episode of Gays Do the D. Thanks for listening. To become a patron of the podcast, visit our website at gaysdothed.com/donate. For a donation of any amount, you can receive exclusive Gays Do the D content and help us continue to bring you the very best Disney news and discussion. Continue the conversation after this episode on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GDTD Podcast. Submit your questions or show ideas to info@gaysdothed.com. Have a great week, everybody. See ya real soon.